After what happened last time, we need to do something big. Really big. And before we make any crazy decisions, this goes for the rest of you too, make sure the entire group knows about it. Apparently, I haven't said that enough. Anyways, there's one of three things that I want to at least do today. One is expose that there is in fact a basement, because I know there is. Two, we reveal the secrets about what King Ood really did to the past monarchy and the past king to the son of the past king who is still alive. Or three, we find something entirely different. Something new we can expose about him to get public attention against him and on our side. Because the hardest thing about all of this is publicity. If they still see the king as a good guy and us as the bad guys, then there's no way that we'd ever have a shot. Don't we need to still free Uni? Yes, we do. We'll get to that. We need to do something for the publicity first, though. A publicity stunt. Actually, almost forgot. There's one thing I can definitely think of. What? Okay. We need to find somebody who looks like me. Not a high rank. Preferably someone a little bit unhinged. And there's been somebody I've been eyeing on. Who would that be? I want to prove how much King Ood lacks his judgment. How much of a fool he is. He lacks proper judgment. And I want to prove it. Essentially saying, I want to frame somebody. What? I want to frame someone of being me. But I'm going to make sure they don't actually look exactly like me. I want to see how quickly King Ood would do something without actually looking into it properly. There's this one guy. He's most of the time around the original three. And, well, to put it simple, I think he'd be an easy target. He looks different enough to where whenever I do my next attack or plan, he'd notice some differences that the guy he banished didn't have. And that would most likely, another person getting banished would add to the group as well, since most people who get banished do join the rebellion. Either that, or they die by the wildlife, or because they don't know how to survive on their own. So normally they end up joining the rebellion. Do we understand? How do we plan on doing this? Okay, I need to frame somebody of being me. Meaning, I need to raise suspicion on them. And there's one guy whose suspicion has already been being raised on. I'm going to go in as a spy. And I'm going to try to slip my mask on to somebody so they'd see him for a second like, oh my gosh, it's him. And then I'm going to try to take the mask off so when the royal guard comes, they'd see the one guy and think it's a really lame attempt at disguising again. That should work, hypothetically. But, if all goes wrong, nonetheless... Wait, if they find out we're trying to frame somebody, wouldn't that turn the public against us? This is why we need to have a voice. And I'm going to be that voice. I'm going to pose as a member of that person who got banished's family. So I can get a speech. You know, talking about him. And then, what I'll really start talking about is King Ood's lack of proper judgment, since that would involve that. But if this does go wrong, yes, this is a risky decision. This could damage our public reputation. I'm glad I finally got permission to do watch duty. I've been waiting for this a long time. Quite frankly, I've been wanting to do watch duty for a while.
Yes, it is normally quite nice
looking at the horizon from the top of the castle gates. Sometimes, though, we do need to make sure that certain people do not get in. And, of course, we ring the bell, warn the king, all that. Bell? There's a bell? Where could we have found the material to make that? Since, any of the metals on this planet are too deep within. Honestly, I'm not sure what the bell's made of. You're not sure? I think it's... I'm not even sure if it's a bell. It might be some weird type of, gong, or... You think it's a drum? Since we would have the materials to make a drum. We have wood, we have, we could skin some of the animals on the outside. We could make a really big drum. That's probably what it is. I'm not the one that rings it, though. That's why I don't know. Whatever. Oh. Hello. Do you need something? Yeah, I do, actually. I apologize for my interruption, but it seems that I have lost track of somebody who I was supposed to be near right now. Who would that be? He said he was going to try to get order to watch over the gate, but he's the same color as me. He's a baboon, so no tail. Stuff like that. I know who you're talking about. Yeah, he's already at the gate. We actually did end up giving him permission to do that. Or, miraculously, the king did. We did have a voice in that, though. He's been quite a use to all of us, so we made sure that the king gave him a good word. More accurately, we gave him a good word to the king. My bad, I phrased that wrong. Thank you. See you around. See you around. Hello, guys. Oh, hey. What are you doing on the gate right now? Well, I was actually looking for you. What would you be looking for me for? There's a couple things I'd like to talk about. Go ahead. Nothing out of the ordinary right now. You've been gone for a bit now. What's... Wait a minute. Oh! Wow! No, it's not what it looks like. Sound the alarm! Sound the alarm now! Dun, dun. What the? That's the alarm. Is somebody at the gate? King! King! What? He's here! Oh. It's him! I seen him taking the mask off. He threw it on the ground and he's trying to tell me it's not what it looks like, but I know what I seen. Please, just let me explain. Oh. I see how this is. I finally get to see you with your mask off, huh? Definitely not who I expected, but I can see that it makes sense now. What do you mean? Asking for gate permission? Watch over the gate? You were trying to sabotage the gate to open up the door to your rebellion. If that is you. It's not! This guy said he wanted to explain something to me. He put this mask on me and ran off. Oh. And do you know where he ran off to? Yes! He ran up the trees that way. Go check that way. Yeah, there's nothing here. Wait, what if I go the opposite way? Maybe he just pointed the wrong direction. What the? He tied me up. What? He tied me up. I just wanted to speak to about a couple suspicions I had. I suspected that he was the leader of the rebellion. And he tied me up. I think he was afraid of me telling others.
Come with me!
Yes. Can you get me the rest of the way out of this?
King, I found this guy tied up. He said that it was him who did it.
That's him! He's the one who put me in that mask! It was him! So you found him tied up?
Yes, that could not have been done by himself.
Well, it's not looking too good for you. Bring him in for interrogation.
Well,
But I've already interrogated him and his story's all over the place. So let's hope his isn't. How did everything go so wrong so quick? That had to be a member of the rebellion. They're trying to frame me. And I think it's working. I don't know what I'm gonna do to get out of this.
his story checks out. He said that he asked somebody to look for him. He asked the son of the previous king, what's his name again?
Name don't matter, I know who you're talking about.
Where he is. He told him that he was on watch duty, and then he went, and then he found him. He said, I suspect you to be the leader of the rebellion. And then he ended up getting dragged away and tied up. So, yeah.
His story's definitely a lot more on point than yours. Here, how about this? Go confirm the first part. Go see if he actually did ask the son of the previous king.
Yes, King. It's an important matter.
What?
Was there somebody here who recently asked you about where the guy that was just watching guard duty is? I haven't interacted with him too much. I didn't even get to really introduce myself to him.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody asked me about him recently. What about it?
We suspect that the guy he was looking for, the one that, you were just telling him about, we suspect he's the leader of the rebellion.
What? Let me see this for myself. Well, I'll be... I don't even know what to say at this point. It's not me. I've told you everything. You guys just don't believe me. Now I see where you're trying to get on watch duty. That's not what this is about, I swear. I just wanted a purpose. I've just felt like I've had no purpose in life. I just wanted to try something different. Some of the times when I said I wanted an excuse and stuff like that, it wasn't because I wanted to kill people. It was because I wanted to go outside of the kingdom. I wanted to explore, find a purpose of my own. And I thought being on watch duty, since you have to go out of the kingdom every now and then to find people, I'd have the opportunity to do that finally. But now I sit here looking at the man who framed me, and none of you guys believe me. I didn't want to admit that I wanted to leave the kingdom. I didn't want to, leave permanently. I just wanted to explore a bit. Sightseeing. Yeah. And that's why your story was originally all over the place? Yes! I was too afraid to admit that. I thought it'd make it worse. But I don't know now.
Come with me real quick.
Understood. So, you said you've been around him quite a bit, right? Yep. How did he seem? Honestly, he seemed a bit unhinged. You know, he talked about stuff that'd normally be where you draw the line. And, yeah, he just didn't really seem like a very remorseful person. Not much empathy. That's the words I'm trying to find. Everything lines up. We may have finally found him. And I have something planned for the very second I find him. I'm not going to give them time to break him out. Come with me. Now go act like you're trying to break him out. Wait, you're back already? Yeah, I am. Honestly, it didn't take that long. Not that long at all. This should go swimmingly. I've been waiting for this day a long time. The day I finally catch you. So I have something very special planned for you. I've used some materials that I salvaged off of certain crashed things on this planet. I've made deals with some other monarchies to get some metals from some of the crashed ships. One of the bigger ships that crashed on this planet not too long ago, or in other words, the only way we really get any sort of metals, had an escape pod still fully intact, so I bought it off of one of the other monarchies. I filled it up with materials so you could at least survive a while. What are you saying? What I'm saying is, you are getting banished. But I know you'd come right back into the kingdom somehow. So I'm banishing you from more than just this kingdom. Or even just from close vicinity to the kingdom. I'm banishing you from the entire planet. What? I won't be able to survive in space? Then you better hope one of the power slaves comes and tries to get you, or one of your other rebellion members finds a way. Nonetheless, we're going to send you to a planet that we know is habitable. We're going to send you in around the direction of Earth. You better hope the escape pod has enough thrust to make it. If not, it's going to be you know what I'm going to say. It's going to be pretty bad for you, to put it at the lightest. No! King, it seems like the rebellion's trying to get through the gate. I'll stop them. Well, doesn't that help your case? No! Don't you love it when a plan you've conspired for a long time actually finally comes into fruition? Yes. I have the other guy watching at the gate fighting. When they throw him out of the kingdom, I can say this. He's definitely going to be on our side. I'm surprised we don't do this more often. Well, I can't say everybody's me. The framing somebody as me will only work once, maybe twice. And the only way it'd work twice is if they looked exactly like me. Other than my face. So, you really think they're going to gloss over the fact that he doesn't have a tail or the white fur? Oh, I know they will. Colors are wrong, all that. This is what I mean. This is what I'm trying to prove. He makes decisions too quick. He believes his people too much. He's too gullible, which is a problem most kings have quite the opposite of, where they don't believe their people at all. But he believes in the word of his people a little too much, and now that's going to backfire on him. What was that noise?
Look up.
Is that a ship? Leaving?
Looks like it.
Huh. Wait a minute.
He didn't throw him out of the kingdom.
What do you mean?
He launched him into space. What? He threw him into an escape pod and just launched it into space. I knew he lacked good judgment, but that's a bit much. That's a bit extreme, wouldn't you say? Yes. I don't know why he would have did that. Even if he thought it was me, there's no way that I'd be able to survive out there in space.
He said he's launching them towards Earth, a planet he's been to before, and he doesn't even know if the ship has enough fuel, or an escape pod, more accurately.
He doesn't even know if it'd make it.
He thinks it'd make it, since it looks like it has enough fuel to make it there and back 3 times over, but who knows? What do I even say? He just banished him from the entire planet?
Yes.
I will continue. We'll do the next step tomorrow. We'll give this some time. And that's when I'll reveal that I'm still here.
Why wait till so late?
If there's any chance that they know how to get him back to the planet, we should do that now. They won't. They can't, more accurately. There's only one ship, and it's only a one-person ship that King Ood has. There's no way there's no way of him getting back to the planet, meaning he's doomed. We just killed another person. Again. Let's hope this is the last time that ever happens. And especially hope that it's the last time this needs to happen at all. Anything even close to this. Tomorrow, we will expose the king. We'll expose him for who he really is. A fool. Yeah.
This marks the end of this video, and there actually is something that I feel the need to say this time. So, you guys may be wondering, how do they know about stuff like ships and higher technology, but don't have it themselves? Well, the simplest thing is, the only reason they do know about that higher technology and stuff like that is due to external forces messing with the planet. People who have that type of technology going to the Ood planet and, well, being there, crashing, anything in the lines of that, all leads to the same kind of thing, you could say. Mostly crashing. So those people with the higher tech, they go there, and then the Ood monkeys salvage metals and stuff like that from the crashed ships and all that type of stuff. And they use those metals to make very expensive weapons and stuff like that, since obviously ships aren't just crashing left and right. So they use that type of stuff to make their own bit more advanced stuff. So they know about ships. They know about spaceships. They know a lot about them, actually. Most of them obviously don't know how they work, since it's not like they're trying to rebuild them to leave the planet. They're just using them as, metals. But
If you're wondering why they don't just use the metals that they have normally, and why they're specifically going out of their way to scrap ships into the stuff, that would be because the Ood Monkey's planet is almost entirely jungle, and the dirt and rock goes really far down. The highest metals are really, really deep within the planet, deeper than they could ever get to with any of the materials they have. Meaning, the only way that they really can use stuff like that is either due to external forces giving it to them, or external forces crashing or landing and stuff like that there. And also, just a small thing to add to this, since I am talking about their planet and the way it is, since it's almost entirely jungle, there's no oceans, no huge bodies of water. It's basically like rivers, really, really big rivers, coursing through the entire planet. Think of it kind of the way that an eyeball looks when the veins are like really colored. That's kind of what it looks like. There's no central point though. It's just a bunch of rivers all over the planet. Like there's no big oceans, and all the metals are too deep within for them to do anything. So yeah, thought I might as well elaborate some stuff in regards to how the planet looks and why they know so much about higher technology stuff, but can't actually use or make it themselves.
But this marks the end of this video, so goodbye.